today we're going to try something a little different. I got this tub of dirty copper. They call it dirty because it's got solder joints everywhere you look. And what I'm going to do is see if I can find a quick, easy way to separate out what they call the clean copper, which you can get a lot higher price for if you just have copper with no solder joints. And then we'll take it to the scrapyard and see if it made a difference and is worthwhile. Well, it will make a difference because they'll pay me more for the good stuff, but we'll see if it's worthwhile. I don't know. Alright, so really all we need is some dirty copper there, a good, decent flathead screwdriver, and a hammer. I got the grandpa hammer. So nice thing about copper is it's really soft, so I've tried cutting, doing different things to remove the soldered dirty crap off of the clean stuff, and I think this is about the easiest way to do it, because you just put your screwdriver on there, make a couple dents, and that just tore a hole right in there. And as long as you don't have any solder joints, they'll give you a lot better price when you go to scrap it. It's a little time consuming, but if you're like me, who cares? There we go. All sorts of crap inside that one. Alright, so that's dirty. We'll put that in one pile, and then we'll put this stuff in another pile and scrap it and see what the difference is. So I pulled out a few more pieces here, and like this one here, I don't know if, taking this chunk off here is even worthwhile. It's probably not worth my time, but I'll definitely take this longer section here, take that off, and then cut it in here. Actually, that'll probably work it. Like that. Now this guy here, he might be a little challenging. Gotta like the grandpa hammer. Well, that's too bad, because that's all solder there, but actually, that might pass for clean now, which is a good thing, because I want to scrap that sucker as clean. Every little bit helps. So the place I got this, some of this stuff, I mean, it had all been outside. It was really nasty in the elements, but there was a whole chunk, and it's probably in that tub, that was just loaded with spider webs and egg sacs and all sorts of really nasty freaking mouse turds. So I'm going to kind of keep track of how long this takes me to do and how many fingers I break in the process, and then at the end we'll figure out if it's worthwhile. One thing I wanted to show you is once you put a crease in copper, it's soft enough that you can just kind of work it back and forth, and then dink, like that. Okay, this ain't even gonna break. And break it off just like that. So I got more clean copper there. But that's one of the nice things, and why I think this might be worthwhile, is just because it's like, well, this would be dirty. I'd get a lot cheaper price for this whole thing than just that. The other thing to show you is just how dirty this is. Telling you about all the spider webs and egg sacs, and look at this guy. Let's see. That guy right there. Look how big that freaking spider is. Good thing he's dead. That looks like a hobo. And those suckers are really nasty. You don't feel it when they bite you, but you're going to feel it for several weeks afterwards. Well, I only got about 30 pounds left, so I'm just going to keep going. Maybe I ought to band-aid that. Alright, well, I'm done. I'm worn out. This took about a half hour. I'm not even going to worry about these couple pieces here. I should, but I'm not. So, there's my dirty pile. There's my clean pile. I only got a couple nicks and dings and freaking broken fingers. Yeah, that one's looking good. And then that's the pile that has other crap mixed in. I'm not going to bother with that right now. And I got a mess to clean up, so took about a half hour. We'll scrap this, clean copper, dirty copper, and see if this was worthwhile. Alright, so I just got back from the scrapyard, and you can see there my payouts for number 1, number 2 copper, which are well, the highest and second highest paying copper. But there's kind of a disappointment, because $1.87 a pound, $1.77 a pound. So all that effort I went through basically got me an extra 10 cents a pound on 25 pounds of copper. Here's my total. At least we got some good news. Monies. And more monies. Alright. So it was a good payout, but for the amount of time I spent about a half hour, and I figure that, okay, so 25 pounds at an extra 10 cents a pound, that's $2.50. Half of it was already clean, so that's $1.25 extra for all my efforts and smashed fingers and yada yada. So I'm at an extra $2.50 an hour for all that effort. So I might as well just next time just scrap it. And I actually could have just called this place, called the scrapyard, and said, hey, what's your price for number 1, number 2 copper? And figured all that from the get-go. But it's not nearly as much fun. So I did it this way. It really wasn't worthwhile, but it's still worthwhile because I got a little extra cash and figured a couple things out, and still got all 7 fingers.